my introduction of research, the COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in the awakening of activity in the economic sector, which has led to a massive interest increase in the number of unemployed. The Center of Reform on Economic Core Indonesian estimate that the number of open unemployment will interest be 4.25 million people to 19.35 million people. This figure is a projection might be core based on the impact of the corona pandemic. Ideally, a country can develop if it has a competitiveness of entrepreneur as much as 50% the population. Unfortunately, until now, Indonesian is still facing the problem of limited job opportunities. This condition worsen the situation of global competition in the line with the enactment of the Asian Economic Community or MEA. Of course, it is the duty of the government to enroute interest in the number of entrepreneur. This accordance with Presidential Instruction number 4 of 1945 concerning the national movement of socialization and entrepreneurship cultivation, which aim to invite all Indonesian people to develop program from implementing entrepreneurial activity to support the national economy. According to population record in 2020, Indonesia is currently dominated by generation Z and millennial. According to the result of the research condition by
Nah, biasanya kalau anak-anak, aku sering lakukan terapi uap fix paper dulu kalau udah ada gejala batuk pilek.
According to population record in 2020, Indonesia is currently dominated by generation Z and millennial. According to the result of research conducted by the Alpha Research Center, which state that the millennial generation has great business potential. In 2020, the millennial generation will dominate the population in Indonesia with a portion of around 34% and will continue to dominate until 2035. Institute for Development of Economic and Finance in-depth economic Bima Yudhistira explained the millennial generation will accelerate development, industrial revolution 4.0. They are known to be adaptable to technology and not only as customer but also creator. From the data above, it can be concluded the role of technology is very closely related to the lifestyle and the daily activity of the millennial generation with the ability to adapt to existing technological development based to the explanation described previously, not dragging researcher to the interest in the assessing the extent to which millennials are competent as human resource and the role technology in attracting millennials to become entrepreneur. Literature review point one, human resource competence. Competence is the ability of the personal characteristic in the skill and the empowerment to do or carry out this work based on the skill, knowledge, creativity, and practice that exists within him to produce and expected performance. Point two, the role of technology. Information technology is a technology that has a function in processing data, obtaining, complying, storing, changing data in various ways to obtain useful or quality information, namely information that is relevant, accurate, and timely, which is used for business, government, as well as personal need, and is strategic information for making a discussion. Point three, entrepreneur interest. Interest in entrepreneurship is a physiological system of interest and a sense of desire in running a business with ideas or feeling of pressure because it brings benefit to him. Interest in entrepreneurship is a wholehearted desire to be able to do business independently with one own will. Methodology. This research is a quantitative research using same structural equation modeling and this method. Data management. This is study will use SmartPLS software version 3. PLS is used to explain whether there is the relationship between latent variables. The PLS method consists of two submodels, namely the measurement model and structural model. Analysis and research constructs validity and reliability. The table above show the criteria for validity and reliability because they have met the criteria and requirement in testing the validity and reliability of the construct, where the value of contract alpha, ROA, and composite reliability, human resource competence, role of technology, and interest in entrepreneurship is greater than 0.7 and the average variance extracts value is greater than 0.5. Thus, the data that has been distributed can be trusted and can be used as data to answer research question. Analysis of the structural inner model. The result of the structural model displayed by SmartPLS version 3 in this study are as follow. Bootstrapping result. Hypothesis testing. Point 1, direct effect. The following can be seen. The result of testing the hypothesis directly be bootstrapping on the following SmartPLS version 3 software. Point 1, human resource competence has been a significant effect on millennial generation entrepreneurial interest based on the test result contained in the table above. It can be seen that the statistic value of the relationship between human resource competence and entrepreneurial interest is 19.843 with the significant magnitude of 0.0. Human resource competence has a significant effect of the role of technology based on the test result contained in the table above. It can be seen that the statistic value of the relationship between human resource competence at variable X and the role of technology variable Z is 2.77 with significant of the 0.007. The role of technology has a significant effect on the interest in entrepreneurship based on the test result contained in the table above. It can be seen that the value of statistic, the relationship between the role of technology on interest in entrepreneurship is 2.1934 with a significance of 0.008. Hypothesis testing point 2, indirect effect. The following can be seen the result of testing the hypothesis directly with bootstrapping on the following Smart PLS version 3 software. First, coefficient indirect effect. The table above has explained it. The competence of human resource has a significant influence of interventional interest mediated by the role of technology. The following test result contained in the table above that be seen that the statistic value of the relationship between human resource competence and interest in entrepreneurship mediated by the role of technology is 2.21 and 21.2 with a significant magnitude of 0.027. Conclusion: based on the data analysis using virtual square PLS with Smart PLS version 3 software and research that has been carried out, this study produced the following conclusion. Point 1, the result of the first hypothesis indicated that there is an influence between the competence of human resource and the interest in entrepreneurship, which so the competence is matter of consideration in growing interest in entrepreneurship. The result of the second hypothesis test indicated that there is a significant effect of human resource competence on the variable role of technology. With the more competent human resource, it will be assured to adapt to technology development. The list of the third hypothesis test show that the role of technology has a significant on interest in entrepreneurship. This show that we easier access to the role of technology and the role of technology in entrepreneurship. It is currently able to attract the interest of the millennial generation to become entrepreneur. Point 4, the list of the 4 hypothesis test of the role of technology are able to mediate it between human resource competence and millennial generation entrepreneurial interest. This shows that the role of technology is a factor that is able to bridge between the competence of human research and the millennial generation entrepreneurial interest. This means that one of the effort to increase interest in entrepreneurship in the millennial generation, and a strategy for developing good human resource competence can be carried out through the role of technology, because the research result show that the role of technology is a mediating factor of attract millennial generation entrepreneurship interest. Thank you very much.